Hello everyone, welcome to our subject Asian and Western Literature. For those who don't know my name, I am Eric. So I am your teacher of this semester to this distance or remote learning. Last month, my class 4.3 or DE 4.3, we finished the first part of the book. I don't know with the other classes, but now we will start the second part of the book, which is the first lesson is all about a story. Do you know what are the elements of the story? Let's talk about this. Wait a moment. Okay. So when we talk about literature, of course, we also talk about different kinds of story. So there are picture. This is story, yeah, as an only an example. So we have 8 setting. Next is character, plot, conflict, theme, point of view, tone, and style. Okay, so these are the 8 elements of a story. But before that, we will talk about storytelling first. What is this storytelling? Of course, when there's a story, when we talk about different elements of the story, we also learn about storytelling. So what is storytelling? By the way, story interactive art of using words and actions to reveal the elements and images of the story while encouraging the listener's imagination. We have, or there is someone who tells a story. So listeners also is like opening their minds so they can see pictures of the story in their or through their imagination. Next, it also involves a two-way interaction between a storyteller and one or more listeners. So there is two-way interaction like speaking or telling a story and listening. Of course, there's also understanding about the story. It also conveys the stories in words, sounds, and images. Stories or narratives have been shared in every culture as a means of entertainment. In education, cultural preservation, and instilling moral values. Kids before can learn through listening different stories from their parents or grandparents. So storytelling also is very important. It will give us moral values. So after that one, we'll start discussing about the setting. What is setting in a story? This is the question here. So this is the time and geographic location. Location, it means the place within a narrative, either a non-fiction or fiction stories. When we say non-fiction stories, so non-fiction stories are those true stories, while fiction stories are not true, people's imagination only. Yeah. So this is also setting also is a literary element. The setting helps initiate the main backdrop and mood for the story. It also establishes the context of the story through time. Setting also plays a key role in creating the mood or scene. As what you can see the pic. Okay, sorry, there's an interruption. There is a problem with the mic. So now let's continue. So again, setting plays a key role in creating the mood or scene. Next, let's continue. Theme. What is it? So it is a story. In a story, it's its underlying message, or this is the central idea, the topic or point of a story. Essay or narrative is its theme. There are also two types of themes. We have major themes and minor theme. Take a note. A book of war would have the major theme of wars on humanity. And whereas a romance novel would have the major theme of love. So this is about theme. To the next slide. Characterization. So characterization, characters for a narrative. It is a literary element and may be employed in dramatic work of art or everyday conversation. So in short, characters are the people and animals in the story. And then we have two types of characterization. We have the first one, and the other one is indirect. Direct characterization is consoling the audience what a character is like. For example, Bill is fat, not me, and like handsome, like that. So it's describing a character. While indirect characterization, the author showing the audience what kind of person a character through characters' thought, words, and deeds. So we have example here, the animal in the story. So these are examples of characters. So note, characterization refers the step-by-step process wherein an author introduces and then describes character. We have three types of characters. Do you know what are those? Okay. There are three types of characters. The first one is the main characters, or people say called this protagonist. These are the central of the story, the main characters. And they have also the most important actors or actresses in the story. Without them, there is no storyline. Not exciting. We have also the minor characters or supporting characters. So they are lesser than the main characters. It plays strong supporting rules for the main characters. And the third one is background characters. These are the people or actors in the background. Like, for example, the people who live in the village. So they are only the background of the story. They are the least important people or characters in a story. Next. Wait for a while. Okay. Sorry. That story is, we will talk about it later. Okay. Plot. What is plot? This is the events that happen in a story. In a plot, you can find introduction, rising action, a climax, which is, climax is the most important also parts of the story. This is the most exciting part. And the falling action and a resolution. It means the conflict here is solved in the last part. It can be happy ending or maybe sad ending. So there's a resolution. Yeah? Okay. That's the plot. Next is conflict. Okay. Conflicts, every story must have a conflict. Challenge or problem around which the plot, without conflict, the story now will have no purpose. So that's why there is a problem or a challenges in the story. And at the end, those problems will be solved. Okay. Next. Tone. This is the overall emotional tone or meaning of the story. Is it happy? Ha ha ha. Funny? Sad? Or depressed? Yeah? So, this is the overall emotional tone or meaning of the story. Okay. And the last one is the style. So these things are said. Words, choices. What words are we going to use to tell the story? Sentence structure. What kind of sentences? The structure of the sentences. Dialogue is the conversation between two or more people. Metaphor. Comparing two things or people. But don't use like or as. And also, I forgot the other one. It's simile. You can use this one to compare two things or more using as or like. And hyperbole. This is like not literal meaning, but there are broad meanings of the words that they are using. Style contributes significantly to tone. Okay? So, let's continue later. Those are the 8 elements of the story. And then, now, we are going to read a short story after this discussion. We will read a short story about the rocking horse winner. And we will identify who are the main characters, the setting, the plot, the conflict, and other elements of the story. Okay? That's all for now. I'll be back later. Alright? And thanks for watching.